Alright guys, welcome to another wonderful Hearthstone video. I'm glad to talk to everybody again. So let's talk about, in my opinion, the new Doctor. The new, in this case, Doctor 1, in my personal opinion. Now, Patches the Pirate has been getting an extreme amount of play. And some people understand why, some people don't. Some people don't really get why the card is so included in every single deck, or not every single deck, but a lot of decks, or pretty much any deck that's running aggro that can afford a decent pirate. This card is in. Now, Patches the Pirate is on face value is a 1 mana 1/1 with charge. Now, this effect in itself is actually pretty amazing. If you think about Mage, if you compare him to what a Mage does with a hero power, he is on turn, or any turn, a 1 mana ping. A 1 mana do 1 damage to either minion or face, right? That in itself is good. For Rogues, he's absolutely amazing. Even if you draw him in your hand, he's a 1 mana 1/1 charge that turns as a combo activator. And if you main Rogue, for people who don't main Rogues, Rogues consider this guy a legendary. A lot of Rogue decks consider South Sea Deckhand an amazing legendary, especially when Tinker Oil was in rotation. Any strong combos that a Rogue can do want low cost value cards with any type of a charge effect or move effect is absolutely amazing for the Rogue class. So he's borderline legendary for a Rogue. So having essentially what could be considered a 1 mana at minimal 2/2 with do 1 damage is absolutely insane. You see, if you look at the common things that summon out Patches the Pirate, we have these cards. 1 mana 1/2, 1 mana 1/1, 1 mana 1/2 that turns into a 3/2 on turn 2. Especially if you're a Rogue, you get a guaranteed 3/2. 1 mana 2/1. Possible to get charged on turn 2. So the reason why Patches is so ridiculous is the fact that Hearthstone is a tempo-driven game, and a lot of times if you're winning on turn 1, you can just keep on winning and pretty much never stop winning. Your opponent has to draw into a board clear or something to recover from the massive loss or the massive board state. So you got to think of it like this, right? Let's say in a perfect curve you summon Small Time Buccaneer, right? Turn 1. Small Time Buccaneer brings out Patches the Pirate. You hit him in the face for 1. Now, not only do you have 2/3 worth of stats on the board on turn 1, which, mind you, 2/3 worth of stats is a stat of a 2-drop. In fact, not only is it a stat for a 2-drop, Warlocks pay for this cost that many stats at least for a imp. Now, if you summon this on turn 1 and you attack your opponent's face for 1, and now you have 2 minions on the board, so your opponent can't just get rid of 1. Your opponent can't like Mortal Coil. If your opponent Mortal Coils Patches, he still has to deal with the 1/2. So which means your opponent is still winning on turn 1. If your opponent even drops a 1-drop, certain 1-drops in response, majority of 1-drops still get crushed by what you have on board. So now, if you drop Patches on turn 1 with the Buccaneer, and he comes out and he's on the board, on turn you take 1 damage to face. Now your opponent weapons up. Let's say your opponent's playing a Rogue, or he has a Warrior and he has a weapon in his hand, or he has his Oscar's Mate, and you weapon up after that, and now immediately after you have a weapon plus a 3/2 and a 1/1 on board, which is absolutely absurd. that anybody has to deal with. That kind of board state that early is absolutely ridiculous. In fact, it's so ridiculous, it demands an answer. Because at that stage, you are already ahead, and your opponent's already trying to compete the board. This card is absolutely unfair. I don't know why it was printed. And I main Rogue. I love using this card. This card and this card right here, especially Small Time Buccaneer. Small Time Buccaneer, personally in my heart, I have no clue why this wasn't a Rogue only card. I guess they wanted to push pirates all across the board, which blows my mind that Blizzard keeps trying to push pirates with Rogue, and then they give everybody good Rogue cards, good pirate cards. It's just so funny, because Rogues get pushed the hardest with pirates, yet still the best pirates aren't exclusive to them, and then thus you create warriors like Face Pirate Warrior, which nobody has fun playing against. I mean, don't confuse me, I don't agree with patches. I would prefer just Small Time Buccaneer, no patches, because Small Time Buccaneer is an amazing tempo card for Rogue. But the inclusion of patches is just such a must-have in any deck that can run a minimum of at least 4 pirates. Because 4 pirates is about the threshold for you to consistently get patches out of the deck. Now, the next problem with patches is patches comes directly out of the deck. Now, when you have a ratio of 30 cards, right? And you pull one out of the deck on turn 1, right? That's like turn 1 draw card from your deck, right? If you look at the value of the draw cards on turn 1s or 2s, see, look at this. This is Novice Engineer. This shows you how ridiculous patches is as far as power group is concerned. Novice Engineer says battle card, draw 1 card from your deck. Now this card is a random card, right? It's a random card out of 30 cards. At most, you can draw this on turn 2. Now, this being said, on turn 2, you've already started your opening hand of 4 cards. Then you drew 5 cards. Then you play this to draw on turn 2 to draw 6. Now, here's the problem. This card is completely random. And what you can do is, let's say you're running a combo deck or something of the sort. When you draw a card with Novice Engineer, you may draw a late game card. You may draw a 10 mana card that you just cannot use at that time. And therefore, that card is useless. With patches, you're basically choosing to draw him out the deck. So, because you're choosing to draw him out of the deck, what happens is your next draw becomes higher quality. See, you get you've dumpstered your early game out of the way. You filtered your early game, so your next set of draws are more consistently mid to late game. You're already winning the early game because you dropped patches and another pirate on turn 1. And your deck is thinner, so every draw becomes more quality, more guaranteed quality. It improves your top decking, it improves, even though it's by a couple percent maybe, it is a big difference for somebody who's trying to filter through their deck to find right combo piece. That's why people are even playing patches in certain combo decks, because you play a pirate, you gain early game advantage, and the early game advantage helps you to survive till you get to your pieces that you need. And it blows my mind that Blizzard made this card. I mean, the first effect is crazy enough. The ability to draw directly from your deck. But the ability to have charge to activate right here, right now, is absolutely ridiculous. Like, I've seen turn 1 into turn 2 in pirate into cold blood patches. And your opponent just can't deal with it. You know, they can't handle that much pressure that early, and you just get destroyed by it. And I don't know what Blizzard was thinking. He's definitely the best card of the expansion. He is absolutely amazing at what he does. At this point, he's already been made, and he's not he's game defining. He is game defining. He's not completely game breaking yet. But if they keep adding certain pirates, or pirates as good as this Buccaneer, hopefully that they don't add any more of this guy, I can see patches becoming extremely ridiculous. And also, if Blizzard continues on the mechanic that patches has to summon this minion out from your deck, I hope they don't continue this mechanic, because if they keep continuing this mechanic with certain pirates or certain class types, then things will spiral out of control very quickly. But that's my opinion, guys. What's yours? Please leave it in the comment section below. Let me know. Am I over-exaggerating, or is Patches the Pirate as good as I really think he is? Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.